Morning everyone, Mike here with another Pilates 30-minute express Pilates workout. So if you have a yoga block, then great. But if you don't have a yoga block, just grab a beach towel and then wrap it up into a nice tight cylinder about that width, and you can use that instead. Okay, so today is going to be mainly legs. We're going to be focusing on legs today. So starting off with a nice wide stance, toes parallel, and reaching the block or the towel right above your head, just leaning back, getting a bit of a back bend, and then doing a nice big circle. Keep your legs straight. Notice you're stretching your legs as you exhale, inhale up, and lean back, back bend, and exhale as we come down. Inhale as we come up, reach back, stretch, and exhale as we come down. Inhale as we come up, lean back, stretch, and two more. Lean back, stretch, and last one. And resting. So moving into lateral lunges, coming to one edge of your mat, and we're going to step to the side, reaching forward. Just make sure this knee is in line with the toe, and step together. Keep a little bit of a gap between your legs, and coming back, step to the side, reaching forward, and stepping back. All the weight is on this leg. And stepping to the side, send your hips back. And stepping back. Good, keep it going. Send your hips back, pressing into the heel. And pressing into the heel. And four more. And three. Last two. And last one. And just walking it out, heel toe, just releasing the legs out. Coming up onto the ball of the foot, hold it. And back in the heel. And coming up onto the ball of the foot, hold. And heel. And two more, balance. Whoa, get a crack. Maybe get a crack or two. And one more, balance. All right, so moving into squats. So we're going to do a narrow squat today. So not as wide as usual. Have your feet about hip width apart, turning your toes out just a little bit. And coming down into your squat and just holding it for a few breaths. So you should notice even weight distribution on the ball of the foot as well as the heel. Okay? Make sure there's enough pressure on the heel. And coming back up. And two, reaching forwards. Maybe reaching overhead for the harder option. And back up. And coming down, reaching forwards, maybe overhead. We'll do one more, and then I'll give you an option to balance. Reaching forwards, maybe overhead, and back up. Okay, so coming up onto the ball of the foot, balance, and heel. A couple more. Coming up onto the ball of the foot, balance, whoa, and heel, and last one, ball of the foot, and heel. Okay, so now if you would like to take the option to balance in the squat, you can come up onto the ball of the foot as we're squatting. But if that's a bit much, if you don't want to do it, you can always just place your heels down. Okay, so for the harder option, coming up onto the ball of the foot, coming down into your squat, whoa, hold it. Maybe reaching the block overhead. Take whichever options work for you. And back up to the top. Whoa. And two, reaching forward. Maybe reaching the block overhead. And back. And up. Take your time. Keep your chest lifted. And three. And four. Whoa. And 5. Half the fun is balancing. And 6. And 7. Whoa. And 8. And 9. And last one, 10. And just release it out. Just stepping to the side and just do some circles with your heel. Yes, maybe getting a few cracks in the heel and the ankle. Changing direction. And switching sides. And changing direction. Okay, so setting up. Lateral lunges, next set. Coming to one side of the mat. And let's go. Stepping to the side, reaching forward, hold it. Balancing on this leg, relax this leg. And keep a gap between the legs. Coming back, step. And stepping to the side, send your hips back, press into the heel. Send your hips back, press into the heel. And 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. Good. And resting. Coming up onto the ball of the foot, balance, hold it. Whoa. And down. And ball of foot, balance. And down. Couple more. And last one. And releasing out. All right, so one more set, narrow squats. Setting up your squats, turning your toes out just a little bit. So, if you're up for the balancing option, coming up onto the ball of the foot. If that's too much, just stay with the heels down on the mat. And coming down into your squat, hold it. Maybe reaching overhead. And forwards. And up. And 2. Coming down into your squat. Maybe reaching overhead. Forwards. And up. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. Whoa. And 7. Nearly there. And 8. Two to go. 9. And last one. And just releasing out, stepping to the side, just doing a few circles with the heel. Yes, maybe getting a few cracks. Changing direction. And switching sides. And change direction. Okay, so just coming into hinge next. So kneeling down. If you need to put a bit more support under your knees, if it's not comfortable, feel free to double up the mat or throw a towel under there if you need to. So hinge. Knees, hips, shoulders in a straight line. So if you've got a Pilates circle, a circle's even better because you can push into it and pull out. when you press together, I want you to focus on your chest. When you pull apart, I want you to focus on your upper back. Okay? So posture, setting your posture to begin with. And back we come. Press and hold. Feel your chest. 2, 3, 4. Coming forwards. Grip the block or the circle. Coming back. Pull apart. Feel your upper back. 2, 3, 4. And coming forwards. Press. Coming back and press. Chest. 2, 3, 4. And coming forwards. Pulling it apart. Coming back. Pull apart. Upper back. 2, 3, 4. And forwards. 2 more rounds in each. Coming back. Press. Chest. 2, 3, 4. And coming forwards. Gripping it. Pulling it apart. Upper back. Pull apart. 2, 3, 4. And coming forwards. 1 more of each. Coming back. Press. Chest. 2, 3, 4. And coming forwards. And pulling it apart. Upper back. Pull. 2, 3, 4. And coming forwards. All right. So let's stretch. Reaching one arm up. Leaning over to the side. Looking up past your armpit. Inhale. Exhale, switching sides, looking up past your armpit. And releasing out. All right, so we're going to move on to a bit of lower back, mid to lower back. So we're going to have our hands beside our head. We're going to send our hips back as if we're going to sit on our heels, but we're not going to sit on them. You want to keep your shoulder above your knee. Okay, so it looks like this, not like this. Okay, shoulder must stay above the knee. All right, let's go. Hands beside your head, lifting your chest. Inhale. Exhale, send your hips back. Keep looking straight ahead, keeping your chest lifted. And back up to the top. And 2, inhale to prepare. Exhale as we come down. Pause. 2, 3, and back up. And 3, exhale as we come down. Pause. 2, 3. And 4, exhale as we come down. Pause. 2, 3, and back up. And 5, pause. 2, 3. And 6, pause. 2, 3. And 7, pause. 2, 3. And 8, pause. 2, 3. And 9, pause. 2, 3. And last one, pause. 2, 3. Good, so just grabbing your block or your towel, reaching up, leaning to one side, look up past your armpit. Inhale, center, exhale, opposite side. And center. Okay, next set of hinge, same again. Reaching forward. And let's go. Coming back. Press. Feel your chest. 2, 3, 4. And coming forwards. Gripping the block or circle. Coming back. Pull apart. Upper back. 2, 3, 4. And forwards. Coming back. Press. Chest. 2, 3, 4. And forwards. And pulling apart. Upper back. 2, 3, 4. And release. 3 more rounds. Back we come. Press. 2, 3, 4. And back we come. Pull apart. 2, 3, 4. And back we come. Press. 2, 3, 4. And pull apart. 2, 3, 4. And one more round of each, coming back, chest, and coming back, upper back, and release out. All right, let's stretch out the arms a little bit, placing your hand behind your upper back, stretching the triceps. And switching sides. And release out. Okay, so moving on, a bit more work on the legs, thighs and legs. So you can place your block away, we won't need that for a while. Lying down on your side. So open and extend. We're going to have our ankles, hips and shoulders in the center of the mat. So divide your mat in two, center the ankles to start, center the hips, laying down, okay? So when you lay down, you can come right down onto the mat like this, so just make sure your head's relaxed. I'm just gonna put my head up because there's a lot of trees around here, just so I can see you, okay? So make sure you're nice and comfortable like this, head relaxed. And easier option, the bottom leg is gonna touch the mat. Harder option, ankle off the mat, okay? So start off with the harder option, see how you go. If you notice movement in the hips, or if your back feels uncomfortable, just drop the bottom ankle down on the mat and keep going, okay? So let's go. Harder option, raising the ankle up and open and extend, heels together, knees together. Make sure this front hand is out in front for support. And exhale to open and extend, heels, knees. Can you see me here? Yes, you can just see me here. Fly. And open and extend. The joys of training in the garden. At least it wasn't a wasp. And open and extend. And open and extend. The only thing that moves is the top leg. And 4 more, and extend, heels together, knees together, and 3, and extend, heels, knees, and 2, and extend, heels, knees, and last one, extend, heels, knees. So straight into scissors, both legs floating off the mat just a little bit. The top side of your hip should be stacked directly above the bottom, okay? One leg forward, one leg back, and inhale, switch, pause, hold it, exhale, switch, pause, hold, and 3, inhale, switch, and 4, exhale, switch, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8, last 2, and last 1, and resting, just coming up to seated. So cross legs or half lotus, whatever feels better. Opposite hand to opposite knee. Inhale, lifting your chest. Exhale, twist. And looking forward, switching sides. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And looking forwards. All right, we're going to do the same on the other side. So making sure your ankles, hips are in the center of the mats. So relax your head down. I'm going to have to keep my head up because there's too many trees on this side of the garden. And let's go. Open the knees. Raising the ankles up to start. And open the knees, extend the legs, heels together, knees together. And 2, exhale, open, extend, and heels, and knees. And 3, feel what the top side of your hip is doing. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Last 2. And last 1. Good, moving into scissors. So one leg forward, one leg back, getting your balance. And let's go. Inhale, switch, hold it. Exhale, switch, and hold. And 3. Inhale, switch. And 4. Exhale, switch. And 5. And 6. Feel what the top side of your hip is doing. 7. And 8. The last 2. And the last 1. And just coming in and coming back up and stretch. Interlacing the fingers. Press your palms forward and up, looking straight ahead. Leaning over to one side, looking up past your armpit. And center and opposite side. And center. Grabbing your hands behind, look up, reach back, stretch. And coming forwards. Okay, let's stretch out the legs a little bit. So coming up to kneeling. And stepping your right foot forward. Reaching both arms up, lift your chest, send your hips forward. So your right foot is forward, drop your right arm, reach your left arm across to the right. Coming forwards. So either moving your hips forward and staying here. If it's comfortable, maybe grabbing the back heel, bringing it in. But this one isn't going to work for everybody. If this is a bit much on your knee or your hip, just let this one go. And just releasing out, switching sides. Lift your chest, send your hips forward. So your left foot is forward, drop your left arm, reach the right arm across to the left. You should get a good stretch on the outside of the back. Okay, so hips forward, staying in this one. If it's comfortable, grabbing the heel, bringing it into the glute. Whoa. Take your time with this one. And releasing out. Excellent. All done with the Pilates portion of the workout today. Coming up next will be the yoga portion. It was going to be a tough one today, so if you're up for a bit of a challenge, stick around. If not, I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Have a good one.